Skye Nicholson, day 2, more talk.
Yeah,
What's she saying up there?
it's all talk. She's saying my fans can't fight for me. Again, no shit, Sherlock. We know. They've never fought for me. I fight for myself. It's only me in there every single time. Nothing different on Saturday night.
Let's get away from the nonsense. And a little bit disrespectful there. She didn't want to shake the hand. She did,
Yeah.
did shake the hand yesterday.
Yeah, bit of lack of sportsmanship, I thought, but that's all right. Keep that energy. No worries.
Family all flew down yesterday. You got a massive support.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you? I know it means so much to us in Australian boxing. You've been overseas, you know what I mean, won the belts, you know what I mean, the last time you're here was in 2022.
Yeah.
What's it mean for you to be back here 3 years later?
It means everything. These are the moments that you train your whole life for. These are the moments that I'm away from my family all this time, so we can bring big fights back to Australia. So we need Sydney to show out on Saturday night, show that support so we can keep coming back and having big fights here.
How great is it also another, I think, the two best fights nearly maybe on this card now with Shanika and Nini Hughes. How do you see that fight playing
Yeah,
out?
it's amazing. I think it's a great 50-50 fight. They're both very good girls. I've done plenty of round sparring with both of them. Obviously, Neeks and I go way back. We've been in the gym together since we were 14 years old, so we know each other very well. Nina's obviously based not too far from where my training camp is in England as well. We've done a lot of sparring together over the years since I've been out there. So, yeah, I think it's a great fight. I don't really have a prediction. I think, yeah, it wouldn't be right to give any predictions, but I respect both girls. They're great fighters, and I think that will be a showstopper on Saturday night.
Myself and a lot of others, we see you're 12-0, is that right? 12-0. We see your career over the last probably 3 years in 2 stages. The first, I think, 6 fights was you sort of showcasing that from the amateur to the professionals, and now you're a certified world champion. I believe, and I think a lot of other people believe, now we're going to see a step up. You're going to take it to another level again.
A professional Skye Nicholson.
Yeah.
It's been a big transition and a big work in progress in the gym, but this camp's been unbelievable. I'm sparring and fighting like a pro now, and I'm so excited to showcase that on Saturday night. I'm not boxing like an amateur. I'm not point scoring. I'm hurting girls. I'm stopping girls in sparring. I'm putting them over, and that's in the big gloves and head guards. So bring on Saturday night. I cannot wait. I hope she brings that energy. I hope she brings that heat, because it's going to be an earlier night if she does.
You're a big name in the women's boxing, and I want to talk about some big names. Big one next week,
Yes.
Sandy Ryan and Michaela Maher in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Had a lot of controversy last fight. How do you see that fight playing?
I love that fight. I think Sandy's had a better preparation in this fight. She had a lot of trouble with her training teams going into the last fight. I actually would love to see Sandy get the win and we see a big trilogy fight between them, because I think they are both great girls, and it's so great for the sport to have these big fights in women's boxing. So may the best girl win. Again, respect both of those fighters so much. I know them both well. I've sparred with them both as well.
Yeah,
so
people
yeah,
forget that, don't they?
Yeah.
You've moved around with a lot of these girls.
I think Tiara especially thinks I've just waltzed in and just been handed everything on a silver platter. I've been boxing my whole life. I've been training hard my whole life. I've fought everywhere. I've fought everyone. It's not just these 12 fights as a professional. I had 150 amateur fights as well. I've literally fought everyone. World champions, Olympic champions, and all of that will be part of what happens on Saturday night.
Another person who you admire a lot, and she admires you, Alicia Baumgardner, 2 days ago, recently just signed
With MVP.
for MVP.
Yeah.
Talk about that in the movement in women's boxing before we get to Serrano and Taylor, but Alicia Baumgardner, who's sort of the last 2 years had a bit of an up and down sort of a thing, but is really one of the all-time greats.
Yeah, AB's my girl. We're pretty tight. We've hung out quite a lot over the last couple of years. Also done a bit of sparring together and training together. She's a really, really great fighter, great athlete, but also a great person. I'm so happy for her. I think she's going to do amazing things in her new opportunities that have presented themselves with MVP. I think Jake Paul is really trying to do big things for women's boxing, and it's great to see. And it's the platform and the opportunities that we've been fighting for women's boxing, and it's good to see that it's happening.
Last question, you've been after Serrano for a while, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to unify or step up or whatever. She's got another fight coming up, the trilogy. She's lost the first 2 fights, obviously, twice. Do you think it needs to be a trilogy, and is it someone that you want to fight if she loses or wins after that?
In my opinion, I think it is a trilogy that wasn't needed, but it's a business at the end of the day. That she's going where the money is. I don't see her coming back to featherweight now, unfortunately for me, because obviously it's a fight we've been banging on the door for. I wanted to solidify my place as the best featherweight champion, and I wasn't given that opportunity, and I don't think I'll be given that opportunity. I think there's always going to be a question mark on who would have won that fight between Serrano and I, and it's frustrating for me. But at the end of the day, I can only fight and beat who's put in front of me. Like it was said in the press conference today, no champions have wanted to fight Tiara Brown. It was a no-brainer for me, and the levels are going to show on Saturday night.
Who wins that one? Katie and Amanda again?
I think Katie wins again.
Really?
100%. She's too good. She's too fast. They've had good 50-50 fights. I don't think Katie necessarily has been fighting her own fight. I think she's been fighting Amanda's fight and still beating her. She got a point taken off her in the last fight and still won on an MVP card in America again. For me, I just don't see the point in the third fight, but I understand it from a business side of view.